So we've watched Chris Eubank's funniest moments, or the clips that made Chris Eubank funny. Now we got Chris Eubank meets the man he gave brain damage after 30 years, bro. You know what I mean? So now we're getting a little bit more serious. I'm not really a boxing watcher like that and them thing there. Don't really know much about Chris Eubank's career, but I know obviously who he is, and all of them kind. I don't even really know, like, in terms of his status, is he one of the greatest of all time? What was his record? I don't even know anything about that. You know what I mean? But this was an intriguing video that I just saw and thought, yo, you know what? Why not tap into this one and that, bro? Because obviously when you're in these sports and them thing there, you don't have time to have mercy. You don't have time to, you know what I'm saying, have remorse, and you know what I mean? Because a second could be your life. Switch the roles and them thing there of a little bit of hesitation from Chris or and this could have been him in this situation instead of bros, you know what I mean, and that, bro. So yeah, but then you come away from the things and that, bro, you have time to just calm down a little bit. You don't have to have the same fire in you and that, bro, you know what I mean? You can kind of observe things and that, bro, and see that, you know what I mean, you have the path of destruction behind you and that, bro, and really can see what it caused, type of thing. But let's get into it. Let's see what I'm going.
I can't tell you how sorry.
It's a moment that speaks volumes. Chris Eubank, one of boxing's most flamboyant and fearless fighters, brought to tears, confronting a painful reality that haunted him for 3 decades. Eubank was on top of the world, a British boxing icon with a brash personality and a style that captivated fans and critics alike. Known for his eccentricity, sharp fashion, and poetic.
You see, I knew he was a character. I knew he was a character in that, bro. But not even seeing these clips and that leading up to, you get me and them thing there. So when I'm seeing him chatting about, oh yeah, because obviously we saw the whole clip with him calling his son a disgrace for like smashing the egg around, but he was on the antics as well. Way back in the day as well, he was on the antics as well and that, bro. You know, but it makes sense.
Known for his eccentricity, sharp fashion, and poetic flair, Eubank was not just a fighter. He was a performer, a man who thrived under the spotlight. But on September 21st, 1991, under those very lights, something went tragically wrong. Eubank first met Michael Watson earlier that year. Watson, the lanky, skilled boxer with a calm demeanor, was a formidable opponent. Their first clash was a brutal, evenly matched contest, with both fighters pushing their limits. Eubank narrowly edged out Watson in a controversial decision, leaving a bitter taste in the mouths of many fans. But it was their rematch, just 3 months later, that would go down in history, not just for the fight, but for the devastating aftermath. The atmosphere in White Hart Lane was electric. This time, it wasn't just about skill. It was about pride, redemption, and proving who was the better man. From the opening bell, it was clear that both fighters had come with a point to prove. Watson pressed forward relentlessly, showing a level of aggression that Eubank hadn't seen before. The fight was a war of attrition, each round more punishing than the last, with Watson gradually gaining the upper hand. By the 11th round, Watson was in control, landing clean shots and putting Eubank on the defensive. Then, in the dying moments of the round, Watson connected with a combination that sent Eubank crashing to the canvas. It was the first knockdown of Eubank's career, and it seemed like the end was near. But as Watson moved in for the finish, Eubank, summoning all his strength, unleashed a desperate uppercut that caught Watson flush. The punch was brutal, snapping Watson's head back.
Bro, even
Watson staggered.
Yo, even them man slowing it down, you can't even really see. Obviously, frame rate, all of that type of stuff, all the camera. But even slowing it down, fam, you could barely see that punch in them.
I can't tell you how sorry.
Apologies, people. I need to stop pressing control and the flipping left button and that, but they're too close to each other.
By the 11th round, Watson connected with a combination finish. Eubank, summoning all his strength, unleashed a desperate uppercut that caught.
Bro, I literally can't see it. Bro, I literally cannot see
Eubank,
it. Bro,
summoning all his strength, unleashed a desperate uppercut.
Bro, I am not with my naked eye. I cannot see that thing connect, bro. I'm genuinely not joking. Choose it. I feel like he skipped some frames, bro. Because look where he went, bro. We genuinely can't see the punch. We genuinely can't see the
for
punch.
the finish, Eubank,
Genuinely can't see the
summoning
punch.
all his strength, unleashed a desperate uppercut that caught Watson flush.
Genuinely can't
The
see the
punch was
punch, bro.
brutal, snapping Watson's head back. Watson staggered, dazed, but somehow made it to his feet to start the 12th round. What followed was a harrowing scene. Eubank, fueled by adrenaline and desperation, launched an onslaught that left Watson helpless in the corner, forcing the referee to step in. As Eubank celebrated his improbable victory, Watson collapsed in his corner, his legs giving way beneath him. The severity of the situation quickly became apparent. Watson's condition deteriorated rapidly as he had suffered a severe brain injury, but the real tragedy was the failure of the emergency response. No paramedics, no immediate medical attention. By the time Watson reached a hospital, critical minutes had been lost. He underwent multiple surgeries to remove a blood clot from his brain, but was left with life-altering damage, paralysis, and a long, agonizing road to partial recovery. For Eubank, the victory came at a price that no championship belt could ever outweigh. He was devastated, carrying the weight of guilt for what had happened. Boxing was never the same for him. The killer instinct that had defined his career seemed to vanish. Watson, however, against all odds, fought back in the years that followed. It was a slow and painful journey, marked by small victories. In 2003, Watson achieved the impossible. He completed the London Marathon, taking 6 days to cross the finish line, a testament to his indomitable spirit. Beside him, every step of the way, were his neurosurgeon and Chris Eubank himself, symbolizing a bond forged in tragedy. It took...
And I respect that as well in that, bro, because I've already forgot his name, bro. I've already forgot his name. But he could literally have held a grudge, but at the end of the day, it comes with the game, it comes with the territory. It's not like you go into this sport and like Chris Eubank did something illegal. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were following the rules and that, bro. But just unfortunately, that day it just went very wrong. You know what I mean? But the fact that he can still hold his head high, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, did the impossible and still have a relationship, be able to look man in the eyes, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing, because he could have easily gone the other way, you know what I'm saying, of him hating him, all of that type of stuff and that, brother. No one would have blamed him.
Chris Eubank himself, symbolizing a bond forged in tragedy. It took 30 years for Eubank and Watson to come face to face and publicly address the pain that had lingered between them.
You know, him having to go through what he's gone through and to still be here and to, it's, you know, I can't tell you how sorry.
Honestly, these shows be so dumb sometimes. How the hell is a man crying, especially, and you man are clapping? Like, I don't get these shows, bro. And I don't even think it's sometimes the audience that I guarantee you there's someone in the corner going, clap, clap, clap. Shut up, man. You know what I'm saying? And that about clapping them thing there, fam. Idiot, you. Anyway.
I can't tell you how sorry. Yeah, it's
Come on, Chris. It's all right. It's okay, bro. Let's move on in life.
Nah, that's a legit, man. Nah, I might even drop a tear, bro.
That's all in the past. Let's move on in life, Chris. We're here together. Let's live in love. I love you, Chris.
I respect him,
we
man.
are born warriors. We are real. God bless you, Chris. One love.
A fighter throughout, bro. A fighter through flipping.
It was a powerful moment of healing, not just for Watson, but for Eubank as well. A reminder of the fragility of life and the resilience of the human spirit. The echoes of that tragic night in 1991 reverberated years later when Eubank's son, Chris Eubank Jr., faced Nick Blackwell in the ring. Blackwell was a tough, relentless fighter, willing to endure any punishment to achieve victory. As Eubank Jr. landed punishing uppercuts, Chris Eubank Sr., watching ringside, was taken back to the fight with Watson. He saw the danger and remembered the consequences.
He's blocking a lot of these, but he needs to fight back.
And you keep on beating him like this. One, he's getting hurt. Two, if it goes to a decision, Why hasn't the referee stopped the fight? I don't get why. So maybe you shouldn't leave it to the referee. But you're not going to take him out to the face. You're going to take him out to the body. Okay.
Looking at the damage Blackwell incurred, Eubank Sr. urged...
Big man, why does this guy's shoes... Sorry, I know this is a serious moment, bro. But this guy's shoes have the crazy... Bro, his shoes are basically like this, bro. This is literally Eubank shoes every single time. Not like this. Not like that, little, bro. Like this, bro. Like, why are they so... Why is the angle so crazy, bro? Well, I hear it at the same time, but like I said, bro, you're in a boxing ring, bro. Like, literally, lives are online. Lives are on the line. You know what I mean? So even him kind of like regressing and not do... Like, you kind of give him man a chance. It's like, I hear it. Like, I wonder what's going on in Chris Eubank Jr.'s mind right now on that, bro. It's like, yo, I hear it, Pops, but at the same time, fam, lives are in the balance, you get me? So
urged his son to target the body instead of the head, desperate to avoid a repeat of the past. The fight was eventually stopped on medical grounds, with Blackwell suffering severe injuries. He was rushed to the hospital, where he was placed in coma for a week. Thankfully, due to quicker intervention, Blackwell survived. Though his boxing career was over, the doctors managed to stop the bleeding in his skull. But in 2016, Blackwell, now a trainer, was rushed to the hospital while he tried to spar. A part of his skull had to be removed as his brain was bleeding again and was wheelchaired after the incident. He had a long and grueling recovery, after which he also ran a marathon raising funds for brain injury research. It was a chilling reminder of how close Eubank Jr. had come to living the same nightmare as his father.
Wait,
Chris Eubank Sr.'s action...
Isn't that the same exact belt that Vidal Riley has right now?
To living the same nightmare as his father. Chris Eubank Sr.'s actions that night weren't just about coaching. They were about redemption, ensuring that his son wouldn't carry the same burden of guilt that he had. Chris Eubank's journey to forgiveness has been filled with emotional scars. In their poignant reunion, they shared a moment of humanity that transcended the sport's brutality. It highlighted that true victory lies in respect, forgiveness, and the strength to move forward. In a heartwarming twist, Nick Blackwell met Michael Watson, showcasing the enduring spirit of these warriors.
You thought Eubank and I thought Chris Eubank Jr. So we played for exactly the same thing. And you're a champion as well, my man.
That's on to know.
Exactly.
He's a guy that's also got we are the boys.
We are the boys.
It's a reminder of the sport's capacity for healing and connection. Surprisingly, 99% of our viewers aren't subscribed, and your support...
Yeah, shout out to Bros and that, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bros. This was a cold video and that, bro. I've got to learn a little bit of something about man like Chris Eubank and Chris Eubank Jr. as well and that, bro. The similarities in their careers, and now also with the Conor Ben moment as well and that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there's big parallelities and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like common moments in both careers and that, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, not even just like close or similar, bro. Literally mimic each other pretty much, bro. You know what I mean? So good and bad as well. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. It's been your boy Jazz, and I'm out of here. And a bit people, man. I'm gone.